Okay, so you asked the question about if we had a question about fashion, and what was the second one you said? Or a challenge with
Yeah, like a
style?
challenge, so something like a styling challenge that you have a hard time that you have a hard time with.
Hmm, I was going to be kind of a smart aleck and talk about the fact that it all has to have pockets.
Oh,
Like
well, that's just a no-brainer. I mean, every dress, I think
more
it should be
pockets, please, more
illegal.
pockets.
Yeah, it should be illegal to not to be able to make a dress without pockets. So I think everything
Or
needs to,
yoga pants, or yoga pants, like all the
yes,
things. I feel like
yes,
why not pockets?
all the things. I agree. I'm all about pockets. I won't buy a yoga pant or a stretch pants if it doesn't have pockets in it. So
And
yeah.
not the fake kind. I don't understand that.
Oh, me either. Oh, that's too funny. Um, so I have run through a couple of different scenarios for this talk today and really had struggled a little bit with coming up with a complete timeline or a complete outline of everything. So I want this to be a little bit more interactive. And if you want, kind of more participation from you to guide you, because I can tell you a bunch of things about fashion. I can teach you about, enclothed cognition and the fact that it is scientifically proven that when you dress a certain way, like when you wear a lab coat, for example, like a doctor wears a lab coat, that take on a certain persona. When you are a firefighter and you're wearing a particular uniform, that it has that kind of uh, what is the word that I'm thinking of? Like transformational power to transform your personality into something that you were not, necessarily thinking about when you walked in the door that day. Um, but fashion also has the ability to, that's why, having things that you change into at the end of your day, if you are apron in the kitchen, yes, totally. Um, when you get done with your day and changing clothes, you actually kind of take off that, you can leave those problems, that personality. So I'm thinking of teachers because I also am a substitute teacher, so sometimes when you get done with your day, you don't want to be that person anymore. You want to take taking off the bra. Oh yeah. Let the girls be free. Um, but you kind of take off the layer of professionalism or the layer of what you were that day, and then you can kind of become who yourself, who you want to be for the rest of that evening or for that day. Um, but a lot of times people will dress how they feel when they wake up in the morning. So if they feel like, you know, then it's a sweatpants and sweatshirt day, right? And my challenge to women is to actually take that and twist that around and dress for how you want to feel or how you want to show up in the world. So, you can, instead of letting your feelings dictate that dress and how you present yourself to the world, actually taking ownership of the style that you're wearing and actually making that be what people see um, when they see you, and they when you present yourself to the world and they see somebody different than what you maybe feel like inside. And sometimes people might say that's the fake it till you make it, dressing how you don't necessarily feel. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable and wanting comfort, but sometimes it's nice to be able to just elevate that style, and people sometimes want that ability to do that. They just don't know how. And so I've brought some outfit ideas that I want to share with everybody, and some thoughts on color and some thoughts on how to stylize to kind of keep it simple, because fashion really is a very simple industry, and it's, retailers that obviously want the money that, you know, um, get you to buy the trendy little things that are only going to be in style for like, 2 weeks, and then you have to buy something different, right? Um, but really, if you stylize and really sign, kind of break it down officially with your wardrobe, and look at what you've got, go through with a stylist and look at, like, okay, I have one pair of black jeans, I have one pair of blue jeans, I have one pair of white pants, I have one pair of khakis. Having your staple items in your wardrobe, using that as your base, can actually give you the ability to intermix a lot of different outfit looks with just a few basic pieces. So you don't have to have a ton of money to be able to, dress well or stylize or look a certain way. And in fact, you can shop at Goodwill. You can shop anywhere. When I, it's kind of funny. I bought an outfit for my niece, my goddaughter, for Christmas, and I got it for her from Walmart. And I had, um, and it had the Faded Glory, which is their store brand, on the label. And I thought, oh, she's not, she maybe wouldn't like it as much because it wasn't a designer outfit, because I had in the past always gotten her some kind of a designer outfit. And she didn't notice the difference at all. It looked just as cute on her, and it was perfect, and it was out, it was exactly what she wanted. And she didn't know the difference between the label names. And so, sometimes the look itself are so similar that the label doesn't really matter. I mean, you would be surprised at some of the things that you can get at, big box retail stores and, discount retailers like a Walmart, or there's a lot of different retailers out there, but that's the one that I think of that, has typically a little bit lower, not value, but lower quality sometimes. At least there's a perception of lower quality with that kind of a brand. Um, and that's not necessarily the case. You can get good quality at just about any retailer. So it's just a matter of looking at what the material is, and what they have. So does anybody have any questions so far?
Well, I was just thinking about how I heard you earlier this week or recently talk about, okay, so I'm in a sweatshirt and you mentioned wearing a blazer over top of a sweatshirt. And I
Yeah.
was like, what? I never would have even considered that look. But my style is comfortable and professional and like cozy, but with a spin of edgy. So like just things like that I'm like, okay, I'll wear like a camouflage dress and then I'll wear my combat boots and a blazer over that to be professional, edgy, and like all those things together. So just I love when I see or hear of ideas that are just like not everyone is walking around with a blazer and a sweatshirt. You said something about having the hood, and I was like, what? I never
Yes.
would have considered it. And it makes me want to try it because it's like, oh,
Yes.
I don't see many people with that style. So I just wanted to bring that up. I love like your spin on bringing things together that you just may not think about because you're not seeing people walk around with it, which is also the catch 22, right? I don't want to look like everybody else, but I do like inspiration.
Yeah. Yeah. So my personal style is also kind of on that edgier style, that bolder look. I have to say, Becky, knowing you and, having seen pretty much probably your entire wardrobe by now, um, I I like I like the simplicity of your wardrobe and what it brings, because it eliminates a lot of decision fatigue when trying to figure out what you're going to wear. Now, me, there was a time in my life where I had like a gigantic closet, and it would take me forever to figure out what to wear and decide that I didn't have anything to wear. And really, I had too many choices. Having too big of a closet or having too many options can be a problem just as much as not having some of the basics that you need as a foundation in your wardrobe as well. So, when you get to that point where you've got too much, it's time to pare down a little bit and find the things that bring you real joy. And there was a book that I read, and I wish I could remember the name of it now, but they talked about it was the Chinese art of oh my gosh, it wasn't downsizing, but it was like minimalism. It was about minimalism and like going through your closet and basically finding the pieces that actually bring you joy and then getting rid of all the rest. So even though you've got this, sweater that your grandma knitted that is like, you wear it every Christmas, but it's ugly as heck and you don't like it, and it's got doilies around the neck. Like my mom wanted to pass some of those sweatshirts on to me, and I'm like, Mom, I'm not gonna wear them. I love grandma. I love what she did. They were very pretty, but it's time for those pieces to bring joy to someone else. And it's okay to let those go. You don't have to give somebody something, or you don't have to wear something just because it was given to you by a special family member. Your family member would not want you to wear something that you didn't feel comfortable in or you didn't feel joy in. And so, accepting the gift and allowing them to give you the gift is one thing, but sometimes it's okay to just let that gift go and let it bring joy to someone else, right? Because not everybody loves a purple paisley shirt. I am such a paisley girl. I say that I'm not, but I really am, because when I see paisley, I love paisley. Um, so, some people just look at the same thing and think, oh my gosh, that's so ugly. I could never wear that. When in reality, if you had someone to help pair you, pair things with you or pair things up for you, you probably could wear it. So it's finding a balance between like what is really a bold piece paired with something very neutral, can actually work really well. I love combat boots and I love that style. So personally, I like what you wear. I think it looks good.
So
Um,
you're talking about the mix of the bold with the more like muted, and I'm
yes.
looking at you and like this is a great example, right? Are you going to talk about what you're wearing as an example? Because I feel like
Sure.
before we recorded, you shared your earrings and like the fun patterns and the things like the chunky necklace. I feel like this is a great example of what you're wearing is what you're saying,
So the
solid
reason
colors.
it is, yeah, very solid, neutral stuff. The reason I chose the necklace is because I'm on Zoom all day.
Hmm.
So if I wore a long necklace with a really cute pendant at the bottom, which traditionally, if I've got a shirt that has no print on it and I'm wearing a cardigan, I'm typically looking for someone, I want to bring the eye down a little bit. I don't want them to look up. It's a little bit more, I'll say, slimming when you have that longer piece because it makes you look longer, right? So you wear that longer necklace that kind of draws it down a little bit, draws the eye down. But because I'm on Zoom, nobody can see the rest of me anyway, so I wanted to wear the short necklace, the little bit bolder piece. And yes, I have champagne earrings. My mom got these for me one year, and I thought to myself, Mother, what in the world are you thinking? Like, seriously, where the heck am I going to wear these gold champagne earrings? This is the third time I've worn them now. So, the pinks and the colors that are in this actually go with a ton of things that I have, so they work really well. You never know. I'm okay with keeping some of these things that are a little bit different. I have a pair of skull earrings that I didn't bring into this room with me, but they're just, I get compliments on them every single time I wear them because they're pink sugar skulls with big white flowers on, and they're just absolutely adorable. That I got from a TJ Maxx, and you can't for 12.99 you can't buy that kind of joy that it brings to everybody when they see the earrings, or to me when I get the compliments on them. It's just, it's a priceless kind of feeling when you feel that. Um, and that's the other piece of fashion that I wanted to talk about, is that, you know, when you just when you dress well, when you dress better, and you put on something that you know fits you really well, like not something comfortable like sweatpants and a hoodie, because that's comfortable, right? I mean, that's something you're going to sleep in, but something that actually is tailored, that fits your body, and complements how you dress and how you look. There is nothing in the world that can compare to the confidence that you feel. And, you hold your head higher and you pull your shoulders back and you stand a little straighter and you feel just a little bit more confident for the whole day that you're wearing that outfit, whether it's a gown or a pair of jeans. Absolutely rock those curves. Um, it depends on what you're doing, but realistically, if you buy something that just absolutely fits that way, you know it immediately. And there's a big difference, and that's why people shop at boutiques where they do have specialty clothing, where they do have the ability to help you find a fit that's going to work for you, because that's their job. They should know all of those things. I've worked in the fashion retail industry for over 16 years, and worked at a boutique very similar to that, and helped hundreds of women find jeans and clothes and outfits that they would have never picked up for themselves, but yet they were able to shop in a store that, first of all, they didn't think that they could find anything in, and second of all, they didn't think that they would have the size. And so I was able to shock them on both fronts. And it was an amazing feeling to be able to bring that kind of joy to somebody, knowing how good they would feel every single time they put on these jeans. Um, it's just a confidence level that no amount of therapy can ever buy. Whatever you pay for those jeans, whether it's $160 or $60 or $10, if they fit the way that you want them to fit, and you know that they hug your curves and they hug your body like they were just made for you, no amount of therapy can give you that kind of confidence. And if you can get that for, $60 or $160 every time you wear those jeans, that's a pretty good deal. Rather than going to therapy every time you need that kind of a boost. So, not saying therapy isn't good, but you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so what I did is I brought a couple of different outfit ideas with me to share some ideas of how you could pair things with, bold colors, neutrals, how you can kind of swap out patterns. I'm a very courageous person when it comes to fashion. Um, and so I like to try different things. I love the color yellow, is one of my favorite colors, mustard and yellow. So I do own a lot of yellow things. So the first thing, but I love to pair the bold colors together. So the first thing I paired up is this amazing yellow top with this really pretty um, red necklace, and then these earrings that match. And this was $10 from TJ Maxx. And it is a very high quality top. Fits so good. It's like an A-line top. So the fabric just lays perfectly. It doesn't actually fit me right now, unfortunately, but it will very soon. So we're getting there to that point.
Do you have to iron it?
What's that?
Do you have to iron it?
Yes. Although I don't think you would, I've not even worn it yet. I still have the tags on, obviously, so I haven't ironed it out. I haven't ironed out the wrinkles out of it yet, but it's actually a wrinkled piece. So I don't know if you can see the fabric up close. So it has got kind of those wrinkles in it, and that's meant to be there. But the square pieces that go across the back from folding it, that was not meant to be there.
Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, at trying to, you have to steam it once. That's it. That's it.
Low maintenance is Beth's jam. Low maintenance.
Yes. Yes. And you can pair that up with like a really simple pair of like skinny jeans. And I love the jeans that have the detail at the bottom. When they have the really cute details. And this is a really nice pair of jeans. Actually, the edges are frayed already a little bit, but they're tacked up so the hem doesn't come out. Normally, when you get them, the hem comes out and they're not actually stayed there, but this actually stays where they're at, which is really cool. You can pair that with a pair of cute skinny jeans, and everybody needs a pair of red boots. Amazing red boots. Every woman needs a pair of red boots. So you've got the yellow top. Here, I'm going to do this sort of the other way. The yellow top with the red boots and the red accent pieces goes together. And with this, you could wear this with any color pants, black, tan, you could go light. You could go with the skinny jeans and be a little bit more casual. You wouldn't have to necessarily go with something super dressy. If you were to wear a scarf or even something shorter, because it is a button-down top. Awesome. We've got Tammy joining us. If you wear a button-down top with that, or because it is a button-down, you could wear this short, chunkier necklace that would kind of bring the eye up a little bit and wear something with like a big boulder earring. The boots are made for walking. Yes, they are actually. They
That's an
don't look,
important question for me to know when I'm going to. Yes, they're adorable, and I won't wear them if they are not made for walking.
they are, I mean, they look scary, right? I know that they look scary.
That heel
They're
looks
really,
scary.
it
They look
is really,
intimidating.
I know. It's not as bad as it looks. And these are so much fun. And it just adds a pop of color to, anything. I had a pair of jeans that I wore of this to an outfit for an opening gala for a new business. And the blazer had little pieces of red in it. It was like a red plaid. And so I wore these with that and then a chunky gold earring. That's broken ankle. Well, this was when I was still wearing heels a little bit more frequently. I haven't worn heels a lot lately, so shoes can actually bring a lot to a wardrobe. So, having a variety of different pieces that you can mix and match is where you start to get, those regular pieces, that ability to change out your wardrobe and have different looks. So you can take this same top, remove the necklace, put on a different necklace, and have a completely different look. You can go with like a pair of really nice black slacks. These I got from Banana Republic, and they do not need to be ironed. They are amazing. The fabric is polyester, stretchy, absolutely phenomenal. Has these really cute pockets on the cargo pockets on. And you can wear that top with the black pants and just a black heel or a black flat, and you've got a completely different outfit and a completely different look. So the next one I wanted to show you is the staple denim top, right? Everybody's got a denim shirt. They're very comfortable. Okay, I saw Becky's eye roll. Your husband has a denim shirt? Okay, I shouldn't make
I've
statements.
never been told that's a staple, so this is a first.
Denim is a staple. Denim jackets, denim, having some kind of a denim on top. But I paired it
Well,
with,
I got one pair of blue jeans, so
that's true. I'm talking to the girl that doesn't own blue jeans, so has one pair. I love the colors in this, and I love the yellow stitching and the bronze buttons. So I paired it with like a necklace that has a mix of black, gold, and silver in the chain. And then same thing with the earrings. So something kind of simple, not super bold or anything like that, but you can pair that with the same black pants, tuck that in, and have almost like a dressier look with something that's super comfortable. Both pieces are very comfortable. They're loose fitting. They're not, very tight. So they're, things that would be, you could wear around anywhere basically. And have a nice piece that you could go to dinner with, something out with the girls. And then I also did get the same pants, the black pants that I got them in the khaki as well, because they were so comfortable and so amazing that I got them in two colors because, when you find a pair that fits good and feels good, you want to get them in multiple colors because why not, right? So my next favorite item that I love are my yellow plaid pants. And probably this is something where you'd think, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? I have paired this with actually a gray, because the plaid and the yellow has gray in it. So I paired it with like a gray turtleneck top and then just partnered with that simple piece. So it's got like just a little bit of a gray on the bottom, the gray studs. So they're not like super big and gaudy, but you've got a nice cute necklace and it's got that rose gold color to it. So it adds a little bit of a, touch of color to it. But then paired with the denim jacket, takes it down a little notch, makes it look not quite so dressy, a little bit more comfortable for just running the kids to school or going to pick somebody up. And because they have that dark gray color in here, it matches perfect with these. I can show you what that pattern looks like up close. It's like, I love it. It's so cool. And the pants fit amazing. So they fit perfect on my body, which is why I've looked at that brand. I found them at a boutique on sale. And of course, boutiques find stuff from all over the place, right? But I found them at a boutique on sale and they didn't have any other of that brand in the store. So I was like, yeah, I got to find this brand online because they fit so good and were so amazing. So I love that. Does anybody have any questions on these so far? Is it
Wait,
something that you wear?
was that just a hack that you just said? Did you actually did you do that? Did you go research where to find that specific brand
I
from a
did. I
boutique?
went online and I found the brand and I found the style. I found the style number on the tag. So you can actually look at the tags. And if you go online, usually they will have a tag inside that will give you like a style number or a style name. So you can actually look up the style. And this was by, Liverpool, Los Angeles, but you can tell that, and it's got a style number in it.
Hmm.
You can see there's a little tag in here and it's kind of blurry, but it's underneath the big tag and it says style. And so you can look up the style and find similar fits. So if you find something that's kind of random at, a discount store, a boutique somewhere that is just kind of a one-off and you want to find more of that item because they fit so good. And these definitely no ironing. You can throw these in a ball. You can do whatever you want with them and they do not need ironing. So That's what I love
Yeah,
about
those
those.
are totally cute.
Love those.
Yeah, I've never thought about, looking up the style and even checking online to like find more similar to those. That's a great tip.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. But you can see kind of so far what I've showed you is that you can go with something super bold as long as you put a solid neutral with it, something solid neutral. And when I say solid neutral, I mean, green could be your neutral color. It doesn't have to be a beige or something like that. This could go totally summertime, and do a cute off-white kind of a t-shirt and sandals with it, and because they're kind of a cropped pant anyways, and so you've got it, you can wear it in the winter and you can wear it in the summer, so they're nice to flexible pants where you wouldn't think that yellow plaid pants would be something that you could wear year round, but they really are something that you can wear all the time, and become part of that outfit. um, Everybody has to have a plaid, right? A plaid in their wardrobe. And so this is kind of what I'm talking about. You can do this with the hoodie too, and put this over the hoodie. Love that look. And you can do the blazers with it too. So that's what I love, putting those together. I didn't bring a hoodie in with me. Otherwise, I would have showed you what that looks like, but and then I brought in a simple dress. So this is just a short sleeve dress. You can see here. Short sleeve, V-neck in the front, just an A-line dress, nothing fancy about it. There's no print on it. There's no nothing. It's just all taken, you can see the neckline on there. So if you are not sure about what you want to wear, you can accessorize with scarves as well. I love scarves. This scarf I've had for probably at least 10 years. So when I find something that works, because I love the colors in it, I love the maroon colors, kind of always been, I mean, it would go well with what I even have on today, and could wear this with this outfit as well. And it would go perfectly with that. So I love to wind it up 3 times on your neck, especially if you're going to wear something longer. Now, this would be a perfect outfit to wear like a long statement piece and just right underneath the scarf. And I would probably go with some smaller earrings because otherwise they'll get snagged on the scarf. So I usually stick with like a stud earring when you're wearing a scarf. And then pair that with a cute denim jacket again. And you've got something super easy breezy, right? To just go pick stuff up with, or you can throw it with sandals and, make it something super simple. But I've done a lot of online shopping to find new things. With my weight has been very volatile the last 2 years. And so I've had to resort to going to some less expensive places online to purchase items. And sometimes they do take a little bit longer to figure out the sizing on them. But as long as you watch for whether or not they're returnable items, and if they have free shipping for the returns, that's usually where you run into a problem, is if they don't have free shipping or if they're not returnable. The place that I use typically is called Shein, Shein, and they have an app. So you can order right online and they're very affordable prices. You can get shoes. I mean, you can get anything there. So you can get men's, women's, housewares. It's kind of a catch-all
Yeah,
place.
my daughter just ordered a whole bunch of stuff from them. I think
Yeah.
she spent $60 and she got, I don't know, a good 10 really cute things, including shoes. And the quality was pretty good.
I was gonna say, I got these from Shein.
Yeah, yeah,
And they're like super cute, low heel, and you wouldn't think that they fit as good. Like I thought they were going to be like, because they're kind of a narrow toe,
yeah.
like I
They're
thought they
really
would
good.
be too narrow for my feet. They fit perfect. They're so comfy. And yeah, it's when you can find a buy like that and you can find a shop that can go like that, that's a really good way to go. So but yes, I wanted to start getting some things from Shein because I think it's important to buy for your weight where you're at instead of buying things that are two sizes too small, thinking that you're going to, you know, fit into them and give yourself something to go for, right? We know what the goal is. Typically, our closets are filled with things that we can't wear anymore, or we wore when we were, you know, younger in school, you know, in high school, things like that. Finding problem, it's not a problem of having, you know, having things that you are your goal weight items. It's usually finding the things that are going to fit you to make you feel good at where you're at right now, and doing that in an affordable way is the best way to make yourself feel good in the moment instead of waiting until, oh, well, when I get to that weight, then I'll buy this. No, just get it now and get it for the weight that you're at. And when it's time, then let that item go and let it give joy to someone else. Let it bring joy to you now in the moment instead of waiting. Kind of important to do that. Because if we are constantly living for something that's not here yet, you know, that's the complete opposite of living in the moment and being present. Being present means fitting for what you are at right now and not trying to be something that you're not yet. So, very important. So, do you guys have any comments, thoughts?
Well, I love your outfit styles there. And that's what I like when I go to the boutique is like, bring me this stuff and, you know, tell me what to put on. Because otherwise I just put on my black leggings and my plain tops, which I absolutely love. Um, and for me, like that get up and go is like put on my tennis shoes, my socks and tennis shoes. And that is like those are like my high heels, my
Yeah.
tennis shoes. Cause I feel like, yeah, let's do it. We're ready.
You're ready to
Ready to rock it.
kick some butt, right? When you've got your tennis shoes on.
Another thing, oh, excuse me. I was just gonna say another thing that's really, I've learned, I've been working with a particular stylist for quite a while, is for me, something that's really important is the weight and texture of the material. And so I have learned corduroy is my best friend. I love the weight, the texture of corduroy. So
Awesome.
I can't wear that year round, although I have several corduroy blazers that I'll wear because it's always cold. It's always cold in stores and it's always cold in hotels and it's always cold at convention centers. So I probably have maybe 10 blazers that I just mix and match with what I have. So I have very specific color palette, weight palette, texture palette and jewelry color that works for me. And if I stay in that arena, everything in my closet I love.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until I, worked with somebody that helped me to see that how important that was to me because I would do a lot of kind of flimsy material. It's not really flimsy, but it's like
Mhm.
fluid. And
More fly away.
it's very structured, which makes me feel the best. So I've learned when I try something on, I know immediately if it feels right. It's not even if it looks right. Does it feel right?
That's
And
good.
and that's so that I've eliminated everything in my closet that doesn't feel right. and
That's
yeah,
good.
and I love shoes too. And so it's I think once you find your style, like you're talking about, and it fits your how much money you have to spend on clothes. I
Mhm.
get a lot of things at thrift stores, a lot of things at thrift stores. And if I'm looking for some, like I needed some new brown pants, I just went, that's all I looked at. I went to several thrift stores and just looked for brown pants that fit me, that were the right texture. And in fact, I have them on right now. They cost me $5 and I love them. Yeah, so it's I don't think I've ever paid full price for anything. Yeah.
I've definitely paid full price, but yeah, I mean, snaps for being able to find what you need on your budget. Um, because if you can't buy on a budget, then yeah, I mean, you shouldn't have to you shouldn't have to break the bank in order to buy things that make you feel good.
Mhm.
And you
Like
should
you
be
said,
able to,
yeah, if they make you feel good, then you look good. And
yes,
I think that's really, really important. I think I only learned this about 12 years ago, and it's made a huge difference in what I wear and how I feel and the number of compliments that I get.
definitely.
Yeah.
Another hack is if you are a person who tends to buy things like spontaneously, and you just tend to be the person who's going to just buy things quickly because it's just really cute.
Yeah.
Well, if you have three pair of, stretchy black pants in your closet, you probably don't need three pair, right? One is good. So I made a rule with myself with shoes a while ago, long time ago, and I could not buy two pair of shoes that were the same. So if it was a pair of black heels, then the ones that were at home needed to go. And I couldn't buy two pair of the same thing. So I did very well with that. And now my shoe collection has gone down over the years, but what I've had for probably at least 15 years. Those shoes from Shein are the first shoes that I've bought in, um, 5 years.
Oh,
So,
that's one
other
thing
than
I'll
tennis
spend more.
shoes.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll spend more money on is shoes because your feet are really important and you don't want to be, I mean, I'm lucky that I don't have bunions or corns or all those kind of things, but a lot of people that's what happens if they buy shoes that aren't comfortable. So if tennis shoes are
Mhm.
good, tennis shoes are good.
Yeah,
That's I like Skechers. I just love their new slip-on, slip-out of shoes. I mean, they're so easy and convenient. They feel good. Yeah. Do you have them on? Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
love them.
yeah, and they come in so many cute colors now.
Yeah.
And they're not cheap, but I think they'll last. I have shoes that I've had for years and years and years because I buy good shoes. That's the one thing I'll spend money on is shoes.
hmm I agree. I agree. Same thing with the closet. If you've got, multiple things that are the same, stick with stick with what works, and don't get multiples of the same thing. Make yourself a list of what you have in your closet, and if you've got two or three of the same things, then find the one that brings you the most joy and let the others go to bring joy to someone else. And um, stick with the things that are going to be easiest, because like I said before, having too many choices can be really bad. Having too many choices can lead to decision fatigue, which just makes you frustrated and makes it more difficult for you to figure out what you're going to wear the next day. Um, but I stick to the things that are the basics. One bold color, one something bold, and then something that's not as bold, or super destructed. For example, like the jeans that I have on today are very destructed. So, I've got this nicer top on top, but then the pants are very destructed. So then I can wear them with like just a pair of jeans or a pair of boots, and because they're kind of a crop pant. And then, yeah, and it's just a super comfortable look, and yet they feel good, and I can, be confident in how I look, and it's not uncomfortable in any stretch of the imagination. And yet I feel like I can just, go out and go do something with the girls, or, go out to dinner, or, go do what I need to do. And I don't feel overdressed either. So that's kind of nice. I might switch out the champagne earrings for something more toned down. But yeah. So anybody else have any other questions or comments?
Oh, I was gonna share, Tara, you saying the rule that you made for yourself, or a guide or principle or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
about not having the same like thing. What's funny is that the decision fatigue, it's a real thing, and I've known this for years. So yes, my clothing is very simple. I'm good with all of that. But it was so simple that I would intentionally go to like Old Navy, right? It's very simple, solid colors. And I would go and I would find the comfiest black dress that I could get there. And then I would buy all of them in my size from the rack. So not only did I have one or two, I would usually have 3 or 4 of the same exact dress in the same color, because I didn't want to have to think about what I was going to wear. And, then I always had a clean one. So yeah. And then, I would get my accessories would be like a vest, or a leather jacket, or a scarf once in a while, or something like that. But, I literally at one point I had the same exact 4 Old Navy dresses, all in black.
That's so funny. That's kind of on the flip side of things, to make things simpler. I've realized, like, there's a lot of times where I find something really cute, and I'm impulsive about it, and I get it, and then I never actually wear it. And so I've gotten very strict with myself as far as what I get. And it's like, okay, am I actually going to wear this? Is it just cute now, but I'm not really going to wear this later on? And can I wear this for multiple things? Or is it like, oh, I can really only wear it with just this one outfit? And so for a while, I stuck with just black, a lot of black and white. I found myself going with black and white on a lot of stuff. And, black blazer, white t-shirt. White t-shirts go with anything, right? I mean, you can wear a white t-shirt with anything. So some things you can have multiples of, and it's not a problem, because you can't really have too many white t-shirts. Well, I mean, but I mean, having like,
I need
3 or 4,
multiple. White's not a
having
good friend of mine.
one that's a V-neck, and one that's a scoop neck, and one, having multiples, but like with different necklines or different things like that, so you can wear them differently, I think is a good idea. But it just makes things so much simpler when you have, when you keep it simple, and keep it basic. Makes it simpler to accessorize and stylize, and it's all about making you feel good in the end. So it has to make you feel good. Hi, Carol.
Hello.
So we are just about at the end of our time. But I definitely want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with me, and I really appreciate it. And hopefully you guys got a little bit out of it, couple of tips anyways.
Yes, thank you, Tara. Like I said, well, I didn't say this, but my point of bringing up the multiple black dress thing is that I don't do that anymore. But I definitely won't do that anymore, even further. Because I've done it before with shoes as well. Like, why the heck did I get the same exact shoe? I have no idea. But I don't know my thought process. Probably, actually, here it is, because I hate shopping. So once I find something that fits me and that it's comfortable and it kind of checks all those boxes, and like, hey, it's a screaming deal or whatever, like, oh, I'll just get the same ones. Then my problem's solved for a little bit longer. So
You don't
I
have
mean,
to think about
that's
it.
probably my takeaway, right? Is like, and and the reminder of just getting rid of the stuff that I literally keep pushing it to the back of it's in my way of the 7 shirts that I want to wear. I keep pushing the other stuff to the back because I'm just like, do I get rid of it? Do I not? Will I need it someday? No.
If it's
So-
not bringing you joy, just let it go.
Yeah. So that's my takeaway, is to go and do that audit from here. So thank you for the
Definitely.
tips.
I should have so been on this call.
Well, there's a recording we can share with you, Carol. Absolutely.
Okay, good. Sorry I missed it.